I am obsessed with getting angry at MSNBC. I mean, it's all I love. It's like my guilty pleasure. But I get MSNBC and Fox News through my on my computer, and then I get CNN on the big screen. So I've been watching more CNN than I ever have before now, which I is just the worst of all of them. Like the least entertaining. They're all factually horrible. CNN's the least entertaining. But I'm watching CNN go over. They're discussing of course, the Russia controversy, and they're talking about the WikiLeaks hack and whether or not it could have been. Whether or not all the signs that point to Russia. And then they're talking about how Hillary Clinton says that the WikiLeaks attack was weaponized, right? That they weaponized this information. I mean, you're having a conversation about them weaponizing information, and it never comes up like, well, how was this a weapon? I mean, why was this information? And the information that came out was that CNN leaked debate questions to Hillary Clinton, and this doesn't get brought up. Yeah. Like CNN's having a conversation about this, and the show is fucking called Reliable Sources. This is what they name their show, and they're having a conversation and don't even bring up, like, I'm sorry, dude, you're not being an honest journalist. Yeah. You're not. This is not an honest conversation.
I think it's blinders, honestly. Yeah. I think it's the sanctimony. It's the sanctimony that exists in the church of journalism, and this is something I've actually been talking about in a lot of different contexts and thinking about, and think there may be like a book or something in there, but it's the example that I've used in other contexts is, when Jake Tapper and was it Brian Stelter, the guy who Stiltzer, who hosts Reliable Sources, whatever,
the bald guy, I know what you're talking about.
Look, when they talk about journalism, they do talk about it as if it's some sort of holy order. They're going out and they're crusading and they're finding the truth and bringing it back, and all we do is report the facts, just the facts, straightforward facts only. That's it. Except that's not a thing. Like, objectivity is a continuum. You always have your bias at play in some way, shape, or form, and any story that I tell is an abstraction of reality. Like, there are certain things that I have to set aside. Otherwise, this is just useless. It is a map that has every single imaginable detail from here to Penn Station, and you will never be able to, one, finish that map or actually read it and use it. There has to be some sort of abstraction made. And the goal here isn't to persuade everyone that journalists are these selfless, completely objective machines that are just delivering facts. I think that misunderstanding both makes the journalists overconfident in terms of their ability to deliver this product, and it makes the citizenry have developed this expectation, and they have it too. It's their problem too. Right. Most people want unbiased, objective news, except it's not a thing. It's not attainable. And they want it because they want to outsource their critical faculties. The responsibility for interpreting things in a rigorously skeptical way, not cynical, but skeptical, is something that most people are unwilling to take on for themselves because it's hard. And it is hard. That being said, you still have to do it. It's part of it. Think about what abstractions are being made here. Think about what the incentives for this particular journalist are, and demand from journalists that they think about the same thing and ask questions about their own reporting at the end. I would be far more pleased with the institution of journalism if most articles were more interested in both opinion pieces and straight reporting questions, like big questions, than they were hot takes.
Oh, it's unbelievable. I mean, they'll just go, and they'll acknowledge it, and then go, there's nothing we could do. Like, they go like, well, this is what Donald Trump does. He tweets something crazy every day, so we have to keep talking about it. And you're like, no, so you're never going to talk about the longest wars in American history? Right. We never sit down and say, let's have a conversation about record high debt or like, isn't that on you guys at some point?
They won't until somebody breaks the matrix or something.
But it's not.
Until someone breaks the chasm.
But we can't forget that this is what most voters are interested in. Like, voters care about the scintillating
stuff. It definitely creates a feedback loop.
I don't even know if it's a feedback loop.
The
truth is, like, there are people like us having robust conversations about policy on a regular basis. They ignore it. There are always sources that are a lot denser, that have more context and information. They're not popular. They're not successful because simple narratives are more convenient. It's easy. I'm busy. And I understand it.
And this is the flaw of democracy. No one else can specialize in this. No one else can specialize in this. It doesn't make economic sense. It doesn't make any sense for any normal person to specialize, to spend the hours it takes to understand this shit, to then go because at the end of the year I get a 1 in 60 millionth of a vote. Like, what economic sense would it make to master that? I mean, look, if everybody in this country put as much energy into fucking following politics and philosophy as I do, we would all starve to death. We would all start together because no one's making food, and no one's paving roads for the food to get to your grocery store. Like, so other people have to do other things. We need to specialize, and democracy doesn't work. I use this example a lot, but it's like you're in a car and the car breaks down, and there's one auto mechanic and 3 people who don't know anything about cars, like me, know nothing. I go, should we vote on what the solution is? Or maybe we just defer to the expert. In every, if my dentist goes, okay, well, there was an abscess and I'm going to go in and I'm going to do this. I don't go, well, let me take a look. Like, Neil take like, no, you have to defer to experts in life to get anything done.
Sure.
And this is the problem, is that there's far fewer of them. And so this is what you're always going to have politicians playing to the mass dummies.